So good morning all, Jai Uday. Today we are going to step into the first topic of C++ and 10th standard, that is history and features of C++. So we'll start the session with the first introduction of C++. What is C++? The first point which you have to remember is in 1979 C in classes is the name of C++ which they started in the earlier 1979. So later on they developed in 1983, they have developed to C++. So it's an advanced version of C is C++. So what is C++? So C++ is we call it as OOPS. OOPS is nothing but object oriented programming language. They developed C++ as OOPS, as object-oriented programming language, which consists of two things, that is low-level and high-level language. So this is a basic thing which you need to know. That is, we have two types of things. One is low-level and high-level machine. We call this a low-level and high-level language, or we can call it a low-level and high-level machine, which you have it. So object-oriented programming will have two types of things. One is low-level and high-level. So this combined together will form the machine language. That is a high-end, for coding purpose. So the author who developed this is a Danish computer scientist. He is a developer, a Danish computer scientist who developed C++. Brian Strostrup is the author, who is the father of C++. How we tell as father of computers Charles Babbage, the same way the father of C++ is Brian Strostrup is the father of C++. So normally an OOPS is nothing but so C, when I'm comparing with C and C++ is so what is C and what is C++ is? So the early days they have developed only C. C is nothing but procedural oriented programming language. So procedure, we call it as procedural. So what is that? So they will be giving step by step to perform a task. So to write a program, I will be writing step by step instruction will be given. So I will be having a set of procedures to follow to complete a task. But in C++, we will be having as an object. So instead of procedure, I will be passing as an object. So object which will be having all the stuff, and then I will be performing a task by completing thing. So like C++ consists of two things, there is a low level language and high level language. Both can be performed simultaneously, but in C we don't know perform low level and high level language. So low level and high level language, which is like Fortran, C++, Fortran, Cobra and C++, and then C or all thing procedural language, and high level language which you have is C++ and remaining stuff. So this here we will be covering only C++ topics. So this is a history of C++. In 1979, C in classes have been developed by Brian. He is a founder, and after that late 1983 they have changed into C++, and currently till 2018 they are using only C++. They didn't change any of the names of the expansion. So C++ stands for object-oriented programming language, which is converted into C++. So we simplify, we call it as OOPS. So this is the history. So when it comes with the features, of C++, so what are the features I have within C++? The features of C++. What are things I'll be having within C++? The first main thing is reuse of code. So reuse of code. This is the main thing which you want to remember it. And second is reliable. And next one is portable. And the fourth one is easy of access. So what is the use of reuse of code? See, in C, we can't be able to reuse the code again and again. So in C++, they have updated thing that we can use it. In C, we can't use it. We cannot use reuse of code. But in C++, we can use option reuse. So what is the use of reuse of coding? For example, I'll tell you the real-time example, right, which will be easy for you to remember. Suppose take a bakery. So take a bakery shop as an example. So one we are making as cookies and one we are making as something called, we can take it as cake. So what happened? In cookies, the product which I'll be using will be different. The ingredients which I'll be using, the products or the ingredients which I'll be using will be different for cake and cookies. The product which I'll be using for this, the ingredient which I'm using for cake and the ingredient which I'm using for cookies are different. The input which I'm giving to this particular product is different and the input which I'm giving to the cake is different. What is the main thing is, but for processing I'll be using oven. So either you want to bake cookies, I have to use oven, either you want to bake cake, I have to use oven. The process which I'll be doing is the same. This is oven. But I am producing two different outputs. One is cookies and one is cake. So we can see the product, the ingredients which I am using in the cookies, the input which I am using in the cakes are extremely different. The product which I am just performing by outputs, the output of cookies and cake will be baked in oven. This oven is the function which I will be using it for both the cake and cookies. So in C, if I want to perform a program on this oven, we cannot be able to reuse it. So when I am doing, I have to do bakery cookies and again oven and final product will be, I will be getting as cookies. But here, what I will be doing is, here I will be taking bakery cake, again I have to use the same oven, I have to produce different output. But C, but in the reuse of is nothing that. So in the program, the oven, I can reuse the same concept, I can use it for different products. I can use the same concept oven, I can produce different products in the bakery. That is the first thing is reuse. The second thing which I have is reliable. Reliable and portable is nothing but it should adapt any platforms. So when for example in 1990 if we have system we can install C++. So now the platform has been different. In 2020 we have different OS and different versions of that is process will be different, but it will adapt in all the situations. It will adapt the thing that is portable. Any places I can use a language. I can use the software C++. I can install it in any systems and then it will be reliable for all the systems. We don't need to have any certain things which you have to do it. It will be reliable and it can be easy to access. Simply by installing that, you can easily downloading and you'll be having icons in the desktop. You can easily double click it, it will be opening. So to access the C++, it will be easy for you to access. And for reliable and portables or the thing which it is easy to adapt in the current environment. So we can see the development of the system will be developing from years to years. But if I use it 10 years before, I will be using C++. So currently in 2020 also they are using C++. In the way of that, they can adapt in the portable way. They can adapt the environment till date. So the program, the version which I am using is C++. It is reliable. Reliable is what it is really more useful for us to use it, and portable. I can use it in any platform, and I can access my things easily by ease of access. So this is the first introduction of history and the future of C++. So thank you.